4. High-level outcomes. This plan has been structured against 4 overarching areas, which are aligned to the 7 national wellbeing goals of the Wellbeing of Future Generations Wales Act. Neighbourhoods, places and transport, employment, income and education, independent living, health and social care, and justice and supporting environments. For each of these 4 areas, this plan sets out our overarching high-level outcomes and more detailed outcomes we want to achieve over the next 10 years. The detailed outcomes are described in the following sections. The short-term actions Welsh Government will take towards achieving the high-level and detailed outcomes are outlined in the Disabled People's Rights Plan Wales, our short-term actions. It will be for future governments to consider the high-level and detailed outcomes and how best they are achieved over this period. Future governments will set the medium to long-term actions they will take to achieve the ambition and outcomes for disabled people set out in this 10-year plan. This plan replaces the Welsh Government's 2019 Action on Disability, the right to independent living. While many positive actions have been delivered through this plan, we are committed to improving outcomes for disabled people in Wales. Further information on this plan is available. Neighbourhoods, places and transport. The overarching high-level outcomes for neighbourhoods, places and transport are an accessible, safe, welcoming and inclusive transport system that facilitates independence, provides links to employment, healthcare, social participation and plays a role in reducing social isolation, especially in rural Wales. Disabled people are involved in effective governance mechanisms to help transport operators understand the barriers and make improvements to services, enabling disabled people to use public transport with confidence and ease. An accessible housing system integrates inclusive policy development with seamless service delivery and information provision, reducing barriers to accessible housing and safeguarding the rights and needs of disabled residents from all backgrounds. Accessible communities ensure that disabled people can freely use public amenities and spaces without barriers and actively promotes disabled people's full involvement within the local community through coordinated support from public, private and third sectors. Digital technology is used as a tool to help achieve this. Employment, income, money, and education. The overarching high-level outcomes for employment, income and education are an inclusive approach to employment, volunteering, income and public procurement supports disabled people to have equal access to fulfilling and fair work through the adoption of inclusive recruitment and working practices, greater opportunities for skills development and improved access to self-employment support. Disabled children and young people can access their right to education and feel safe and included within their educational settings, where their educational needs are identified and responded to, as well as through learning that reflects disabled people's needs, experiences and rights. Independent living, health and social care. The overarching high-level outcomes for independent living, health and social care are reduced socio-economic inequalities among disabled people, including access to welfare benefits that enable independent living at a level to meet living costs. Disabled people lead fulfilling lives, enjoying rights to well-being and independent living. Health and social care systems are accessible, and the social model of disability is embedded across health and social care commissioners and providers to ensure that individual needs are met and rights are protected. Justice and supporting environments. The overarching high-level outcomes for justice and supporting environments are disabled people have the autonomy to express themselves and engage in enriching experiences within their local communities and alongside their peers, doing so in the language of their preference and without fear of unnecessary obstacles or exclusion. Disabled people are empowered through equitable access to both digital and non-digital resources, assistive technologies, and accessible platforms designed around user needs. This ensures that everyone can participate fully in all aspects of society in ways they choose. Barriers to digital engagement are addressed through user-centered design and the provision of alternative channels, e.g. non-digital, helping to ensure no disabled person is left behind in an increasingly digital world. Disabled people's experiences with the legal and justice systems, both civil and criminal, are improved through better coordinated services, knowledge of rights, responsive support for abuse survivors, and robust evidence-based improvements. Disabled people's rights and experiences are championed, supported by disabled people's organisations, inclusive public services, and a Welsh Government that values and enshrines their rights in policy and law to create a truly inclusive society. Legal and justice systems, both civil and criminal, are improved through better coordinated services, knowledge of rights, responsive support for abuse survivors, and robust evidence-based improvements.